So in this example, we're looking at sketching quadratics. You don't need to plot a lot of points. You just need some strategies for getting an idea of which way around this curve goes and using the roots or the x-intercepts to find out the axis of symmetry, the vertex, and finding the y-intercept, putting that all together. So the first thing you want to ask really is this a curve that's negative, opening downwards, or positive, opening upwards? Next thing you should do is look at the y-intercept. In this case, if we're looking at standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c. C will just be the y-intercept. If you like, you can put a c value there. Next, you want to look at the x-intercepts or the zeros. We're going to do a simple factorising case here. It does get more complicated with quadratic formula, completing the square. That will address that in other videos. For here, we'll just look at factorising and using the zeros to find the axis of symmetry, the mirror line, and the maximum or minimum vertex that lies on that. So in this example, minus x squared plus 3x plus 10. Straight away, you could see that the y-intercept is 10, and that this is a curve that opens downwards. If you then move into factorising it, well, if it's for the purposes of finding the zeros, it doesn't matter if you swap the signs around here. So here I multiplied through by -1 just because I wanted a positive x squared here. Just makes factorising a little bit simpler. I want numbers that multiply to make -10, but add to make a -3. So in this case I'm using -5 and 2. They will multiply to make this, add to make this. When I come to find the axis of symmetry, then I just have to say, well, I look halfway between those roots. Now, the roots or the x-intercepts are 5 and -2, because that's what brings your factorized components here to 0. So put that into your equation, and if you look here, coming in halfway between those zeros, that's 7 units, right? So come in halfway, 3.5 that way, or 3.5 that way, you're going to find yourself with 1.5. Put the value of 1.5 into the original equation. So sub in 1.5 there, and you'll get this. Y equals 12.25. Alright, now put all the information in. So y-intercept 10 opens downwards, roots 5, -2. Halfway between the roots, 1.5. Vertex, substitute 1.5 in, find the y value. Join it all up, and you've got a rough curve of, or a rough sketch rather, of a quadratic curve on a graph.